Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone and welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today's video is another story time. Before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because we are on the road now. Let's say we on the road now to 150k period. Like, I'm gonna stop saying we still got goals to reach. We on the way to 150 now. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. So before we get into this video, y'all already know what I'm gonna do. Countdown, even though I missed 2 days. It is 13 days left till Halloween. 13 days till Halloween, y'all. This is coming so fast, and it's like I'm excited, but I'm like at the same time because my birthday is right after. So I'm like, oh my god, move too fast. Oh yeah, but before we get into this video, let's talk about the elephant in the room. So the elephant in the room, one, elephant, y'all see the plaque, but two, y'all, okay, first let me just say, I did not post on Saturday, which I was gonna post on Saturday this story, but I didn't post it because it was so many negative Nancy's in my comment section and it was pissing me off. Like, I was just like, I still would have posted because it's more genuine love than it is people being negative, but I was so tired and I'm like, I'm so tired. Why would I go my extra length? I'm tired and stay until 3 in the morning recording, editing, uploading just for people, you know, like, why would I do that? So y'all, so that's why I ended Week of Storytimes early. So Week of Storytimes, like I previously stated, was never supposed to be only my stories. I said that. And then some people like, well, you said it would be more of your stories. Yeah, it would have been, because Saturday would have been my 4th story of mine, which mean the other 3 would have just been other stories, but yet people, it was like, okay, why would I even post? So I didn't post. So I did 3 of mine, which a lot of people fail to realize that paranormal video where I said my hunted paranormal experience, that was my personal story. So I did have 3 of my stories up. It was never back-to-back other stories. Only stories that was back-to-back was mine. Like when I first posted, I already knew how I was going to do the stories, but yeah. So shout out to my real ones, to the ones that was in the comments like, I don't like this, like, it's no need for you to say that. And I'm like, I'm not about to go back and forth with nobody. I'm gonna just block you, because that's like me commenting on something you're doing that you're passionate about and say, girl, you doing them braids, but they ugly. I don't like this. Like, you know, it's gonna be like, what's your point? So yeah, I'm just here to tell y'all it's annoying. But for the people, if you feel like you still want to comment stuff like that because it's getting likes or you want to troll, go ahead. If you're not able to see my stories no more, it's because I blocked you. But yeah, let's get into this story. So y'all got me this cute little cup, y'all, and I got this from Dollar Tree. Super cute. And then that's another thing too. Sorry, I'm gonna get into the story, but that's another thing too. Why is people saying, why are you doing spooky stories? Babe, I'm doing a Halloween countdown. It is Halloween season. I made it clear. How you think I'm supposed to do 31 videos? Y'all know editing is process. Like editing, recording, uploading is a process. So it's already just too stressed out. But I'm gonna try to keep going with Vlogtober. Low-key, it did kind of throw me off to where I'm like, I don't even want to do Vlogtober no more, but I'm gonna try. We'll see. But anyway, let's get into the story. My bad, I'm cooking too, so I'm looking at my timer. But anyway, so let's get into this story. So this story took place back in 2015. Y'all told me to start telling dates, so I'm not dates exactly, but like time. So yeah, this story took place back in 2015, and it was just like, so if you see my paranormal video, anyway, then you'll see, I told y'all back in 2015, that's when my cousin had passed away, and it was just a lot going on, whatever. I'm not gonna make excuses to why I was doing certain things in life, but I'm just saying, like, my life was in shambles in 2015. That's when I got with Crazy. It was just a lot. So at this time, this is before I got with Crazy. This is when me and Enemy just had broke up for real, because we had broke up, but I explain that more in that story. So if you didn't see it, whatever. But yeah, we broke up, but we kind of started dealing with each other again because of reasons. And this is when we was really just, I was done with him. So we have been broken up probably for like 2 weeks, y'all. And at this time, and I didn't speak on this, and I'm gonna speak on it one day, he was like living at my house. Like, he was living with me. So this is like, he been gone for 2 weeks. He has not been over. We have not talked. Like, we was done with each other. Like, I was done with him. And I will tell y'all why too, because it's a mess. But not in this story. So anyway, one day my sister, her homegirl, came out here and she was like, she wanted to go to the beach. She was like, she wanted to go to the beach. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, my sister was like, do you want to come with us? So I'm like, yeah, I'm down. We ended up going to Venice. First it was at Santa Monica and was on like the beach part. Then we ended up going down to Venice or whatever. So while we're walking down Venice, y'all know it has the shops. It'd be a lot of people out. So this is back around the time when like hoverboards was just popping and shit like that. So it was this boy on a hoverboard, and I remember I wanted one so bad. So I'm looking at him and he was looking at me. Like, he was eyeing me, I was eyeing him. I was pretty much eyeing the hoverboard. He wasn't ugly, but I was really looking at the hoverboard because I wanted to ask him if I could ride it, but I was like, nah. So anyway, he looking at me, so I guess he noticed me looking at him, so he ended up rolling up over there on the hoverboard and was just like, what's your name? Like, you know. And on that hoverboard, he was like hovering me. Like, he was tall as fuck, but he was already just tall. I just thought it was the hoverboard. But anyway, So he like, what's your name? Da 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 da. Do you got a man? I was 2 weeks single, so I ain't got no man. So I'm like, no, I ain't got a man. I didn't tell him I'm 2 weeks single though. But I'm like, no, I don't have a man or whatever. My name's Symone, da da da. I'm like, what's your name? So let me tell y'all why this is his name, y'all. This is his name because this is what me and my sister used to refer to him as anyway, because we always give somebody a nickname. Like, it's just funny, but I called him Meek because y'all remember the All Eyes on Me video where Nicki and Meek was on the hoverboard together? So this is why I called him Meek. So while he was talking to me and stuff, got my number, I ended up asking about the hoverboard. I'm like, can I ride it? He's like, you ever rode one before? So when he got off and was trying to help me get on it, I was kind of wiggly, like, oh shit. So he's like, let me ride you on it. So we was riding, you know how like Nicki and Meek was hugged up riding on the hoverboard? That's how we was on the hoverboard. And my sister was like, okay, remind me of the video, da da da. So ever since then, I just called him Meek. Like anytime I refer to her, it would be, oh, I seen Meek, or I was talking to Meek. So I just called him Meek. I even stored him in my phone under Meek, to where it's gonna make sense later too in the video, because I knew his name, but yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all. So anyway, I got his number, whatever. So we ended up leaving. Some days go by. Me and him is just texting, getting to know each other. He was cool over text. He could keep a conversation going. He would call me. We could keep a conversation going. Like, he was real cool. So he like, I want to see you again. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he told me he worked like late, but he be getting off late. Like, his hours was just like really all over the place. So he was like, I'll get off late. And around this time, this is when I didn't care about people pulling up. Now we ain't doing that every time you see me, you pulling up type shit. No, we need to go out. So anyway, so I didn't care about that back then though. So he was like, I'm gonna pull up on you when I get off, if that's cool. So I'm like, yeah, sure. So he ended up pulling up on me. My sister was in the house. I go outside to the car. Mind you, he was never gonna come in the house, because it's like, I don't know you like that. Yeah, we've been texting and stuff, but I'm not about to just invite you in the house right now. Like, so anyway, we go outside. I'm in the car. We talking. We having a full ass conversation. We asking more questions, y'all. He asked me when was my birthday. So I'm like, okay, you know, people ask those kind of questions. So I'm like, November 8th. So he was like, November 8th? I'm like, yeah. So he was like, November 8th? And I'm like, yes. Mind you, it's not nowhere close to my birthday at this time. So he like, what the fuck? That's crazy. So I said, that's your birthday? Like, that's your birthday? So he like, nah, that's not my birthday. That's my, like, I just would never forget that birthday. I would never forget your birthday. That's crazy. So I'm like, why? Like, why would you never forget it? Like, what happened on that day? That's the day, like, your mama became president. Like, what happened on that day? Like, you know, he like, well, that's my uncle's birthday. So I'm just like, you know, me at this point, like I said, I wasn't paying attention to red flags at all back then, because like I said, 2015 was not a good year for me. So I'm like, yo, uncle birthday. So he like, yeah, my uncle birthday. And I'm just thinking like, he love his uncle that much? No offense, I know who don't love they people, but I only know like a few like auntie uncle's birthdays, and that's because like my uncle birthday is the day before mine, and my auntie, we have the same birthday, like, and my other auntie have the same birthday as my little sister. That's the only reason why I know theirs. But like my other uncles, I don't know their birthday. Like I cannot tell you their birthday. I barely even know my grandma's birthday. Like, I don't know people's birthday like that. And I'm like, okay, that's just me. But even if say his birthday was my auntie birthday that I do know, I ain't finna get all excited like that. Like, the way he was excited, it'll make sense later. So I'm like, okay. So he like, damn, that's crazy. Wow. Now I see why I like you. Something like, okay. So I'm like, that's your favorite uncle. So he like, you could say that, but now I see why I like you. Like, me and him click. Like, I click with Scorpios. Like, Scorpios is like the love of my life. So I'm just thinking like, what the fuck type of relationship he got with this damn uncle? Because you didn't say y'all was best friends. You said the love of your life. Like, okay now. Like, so I'm just like, okay. So we talked. He put emphasis on the birthday. So we was talking or whatever. After we was talking for a cool minute, he ended up saying he had to go or whatever. So I'm like, all right, bye. I'm about to go back in the house. So I go back in the house, and I'm telling my sister, like, yeah, Meek is cool, all this other shit like that. He told me his uncle got the same birthday as me. I'm like, yeah, he told me his uncle got the same birthday as me. Like, you know, whatever. She like, oh, okay, that's cool or whatever, right? So why, next thing you know, like, some time go by, and he texts me, and he was all like, next time I come over, I'm coming in. Y'all, it's funny, because still to this day, I'll be telling my sister, I'm like, I'm coming over and I'm coming in. It's just funny, because it's like, nigga, who are you talking to? How you gonna tell me that next time you come over, you come in? Not like, when you get here, say like, hey, can we go in the house if it's cool? Like, or ask like, can we go in the house next time? Like, you coming over and you coming in? Like, he really said that. So I was just like, LOL. Like, you know, because it's like, the fuck? That's not how you ask somebody. But he was like, yeah, I'm gonna come in. I'm just like, LOL. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm about to say, no the fuck you not, nigga. Like, you know, it was just a LOL moment. But anyway, we texted or whatever, that was that. So some time go by, we still just texting, and he was like, he hit me up randomly. Mind you, he used to say that he worked during the day and he got off at night, right? So he hit me up randomly and was all like, hey, do you want to go get some breakfast? And I was gonna say the breakfast spot, but I'm not, because it's like a known hood breakfast spot. So he was like, and I don't want to give off like too much information about this boy. So he like, do you want to go get breakfast? So I'm like, all right, yeah. So he was like, all right, I'm about to pull up. So I'm like, aren't you at work? He's like, nah, they told me I could go home, like, for a little bit, like, for the day. So I'm like, for a little bit or for the day? Like, you got to go back? Or, like, what is it? You know, so he like, no, I got to go home for the day. Like, I'm off for today. Like, I'm cool. So I'm like, all right. So he picked me up. We ended up going to the breakfast spot. But mind you, when we got there, I'm like, are we going to go in there and eat? He was like, nah, you can stay in the car. Just let me know what you want. I'm like, I've never been here. But mind you, I've heard of the place before. So he like, well, this is what they got. They got this, they got that, like they got this. So let me go in and get a little paper menu for you. Hold on, I'll be right back. He came back, got the menu, gave it to me. So I'm thinking like, why is he being so weird? Like, why don't you want me to get out? So he like, okay, I'm gonna order it for you. He's like, I really don't want to like be in there like that. So I'm gonna just go order him and then we could go pull off somewhere or whatever. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So he ended up going in. I'm in the car. Like, it's people walking by. Because mind you, I said it's a hood breakfast spot. So it'd be people there like, and this is like, his hood is over there. So, well, yeah, that's in his hood. So he know people, he talking to people, he go get the food, whatever. He come back, we pull off, and I was just thinking like that was so weird, because I mean, we could have ate in there, like, I don't know. Well, we pulled off and he ended up finding like somewhere, and he was like, do you mind if we park right here and just eat? Mind you, I don't really like sitting in cars like that, and back then I didn't either, but I'm just like, I guess whatever. He like, it was a cool little area, I guess. So we eat and we just talking and stuff like that. So he like, yeah, when can I come over your house again? Nigga, you just picked me up from there. So I'm like, oh, well, it don't matter. Like, you know, like, it don't matter. And I didn't have a car at this time because my car had just got took by the police. And y'all, I will explain that too. Like I said, horrible year for me. So yeah, I was like, well, not in this story, but yeah, so I'm like, yeah, it don't matter, like, whenever you want to pull up again. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna come over later and I'm gonna come in. So I said, you just telling me you gonna come in? Because now it's like, nigga, you're bold. So he like, yeah, I'm gonna come in. So I said, you know, like, for what? Like, you know, like, so he like, so we could chill, like, in the house or whatever. So I was like, oh, well, I'll see. Just let me know, like, when you plan on coming back over. Like, you know, I'm gonna see, because my sister be there. Like, which my sister was in town in the moment, so she was there. Was she living out there at this time? I think, yeah, she was living out there at this time, but she didn't live with me, like, so, yeah. But she would be at my house a lot. So I'm just like, okay, like, all right, just let me know. So we ate, we chopped it up, it was cool. And then somebody called him, right? Somebody called him. He like, oh shit, hold on. Damn near threw his whole plate of food on the fucking floor of the car. Hopped out the car, like, damn, like, man, when I tell you, because he took his shoes off, got comfortable, left his shoes, hopped out the car, ran. Hello, like, he helloing, but like running. And I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with him? So I'm trying to look back, and I'm just like, fuck, I wish I knew what they was talking about. You know, coming back in the car, he's like, all right, pack it up, or like, you can eat it while we drive. I'm about to be driving crazy, I gotta go back to work. So I'm like, I thought you said you was off for today. He said, yeah, but they talking about something happened, like, they just need me because I'm real, like, big at my job, you know, something that somebody need me. Like, he really just stumbling over his words. So I'm like, okay, I guess, like, shit, I can't tell you who need you at your job. I don't even know where you work at because I never asked. So he ended up like, okay, I'm gonna go. So he dropped me off at home, like, sped the fuck off, and I'm just like, whatever. Didn't think nothing of it, right? So then time go by, he ended up hitting me up the next morning. Was like, I just got off work. Like, mind you, nothing made sense, but I didn't care. So at this point, I'm like, where do you work at? So he told me he do construction. Nigga, I'm not saying he couldn't do construction, but you're not a boss at your job. They really needed him, like, really needed him. And I'm just like, so now this is kind of where I started to kind of pay attention to stuff, but I wasn't really paying attention because I didn't really care. So me and him, we still just talking heavy. We started talking, you know, when you talking to somebody, at this point we've been talking for like a month now, and we talking about, you know, sexual stuff and stuff like that. So one day he's like, I'm gonna pull up on you tonight when I get off work. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he pulled up on me and he was like, can I go in the house? So I'm like, but mind you, when he told me, it was so random. If he would have told me, and I always tell people, tell me stuff in advance. If he would have told me, mind you, especially how we was talking, so if he would have told me, I would have told my sister like not to come over that day or something like that. But you told me, like, literally, it was like probably 10 o'clock, and he was like, what you doing? I'm about to pull up on you type shit. And I'm just like, okay, pull up. So he ended up pulling up or whatever, right? he had a bottle. He was like, you want to drink? So I'm like, all right, let's drink. So we drinking, like we taking shots. He like, take another one. I'm just like, okay, like why are you trying to speed up this process? Like it was weird. So I'm drinking, we drinking or whatever. Next thing you know, he was like, I want to taste it, right? So me being me, I hop in the back seat, y'all, and it's gonna be somebody like, no, I didn't care. I'm not even gonna lie. Like that's one thing I'm real honest to y'all. Like, you know, I'm honest. Like, you know, some things I did in my life, some things, you know, but I don't regret anything I did in life. That's one thing I don't. Because, you know, it's life. You live it. You know, always protect it. So, that's all that matters. Anyway. Hop in the back seat. Boom, we got the music going. He started smoking, which I kind of thought about it. You know, like, at that moment, I didn't think about it. Like, why would I let this man, after you just hit your blunt, put your mouth on me? Like, just, you know, I was not thinking, like, why would I do that? Like, pH balance about to be all thrown off. But anyway, I wasn't thinking about that at that moment. But like now you think back on stuff like that and be like, girl. But anyway, smoke. He hotboxed in the car. Because he smoked to himself, so he really high. We was drinking. You know, y'all, this is embarrassing as fuck right here. So he doing it right. Y'all, why I farted? Earlier that day, if he would have told me in advance that he was gonna come see me, I wouldn't have ate Taco Bell that day. I wouldn't have ate Taco Bell. Like, I had the 5-layer burrito, and I used to get a bean and cheese burrito too because I love those. And then it was the Taco Bell Pizza Hut, so I got a pepperoni pizza. And I wouldn't have ate Taco Bell that day, y'all. Probably got a taco. I don't fucking know. I farted. Y'all, I'm so sorry to the people that say like, bitch, you're nasty. But I couldn't help it. It was like, you know when it's one of those that just like slip right out too. And it was loud. Like, it was loud. Y'all, I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. This nigga, the face he gave me lives rent-free in my head. I swear to God. He looks up at me and was like, he gave me the most disgusting look ever and was like, what was that? Yo, bro, why are you asking me? You know what's going on. Like, bro, I was just like, so he was like, what was that? Y'all, he was like, what was that? I'm like, nothing. Now me saying nothing. And he just looked at me disgusted and was staring for a cool minute like. And I'm just like, you know, because if you want to stop, then stop. Then stop. But y'all, he went back and finished. But y'all, when I tell you I was so embarrassed, now in my head I'm thinking about the most stupidest shit ever. Like, oh my God, you already know with women, like we get distracted. I don't know if it's just me, but no, I seen a Twitter thread, so I'm like, I ain't the only one. We be thinking about some stupid shit sometimes. Like sometimes you could be all in the moment, but sometimes it'd be like, damn, did I take them clothes out the washer machine? Oh my God, did I put my phone on charge? Like you be thinking about, now I'm thinking about some stupid shit like, fuck, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. But it's like, you know, usually the silent ones be the deadly ones, but the loud ones, I'm just kidding, I don't know. But y'all, so yeah, that happened or whatever. So he finished, and after that, he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go home. Mind you, he was talking about doing like that, but I guess he was thrown off because he went back down probably for like a minute or two and got up and was like, ooh. You know, so he probably was like, he could have just stopped. Like, honestly, he could have just stopped. So I was so embarrassed. So he was just like, yeah, okay, well, I'm gonna go home. Like, I'll see you later. And I'm just like, oh, okay, bye. Like, so I go in the house. I tell my sister, like, bitch, I farted. She's like, oh, no. I'm like, I know. I wanted to cry. Like, I wanted to fucking cry. I was so embarrassed because I'm like, I actually like this boy. Like, I like Meek. You know? I just knew he was never gonna hit me up again, but he did, y'all. He hit me up, so I'm like, it must have just made it a little tangy. I'm just kidding. So he hit me up. So he hit me up or whatever, and after that, he was all like, I want you, like, I want you more. So I'm just thinking, like, let me find out niggas got fart fetishes. No, I'm just kidding. But y'all, so I'm just like, okay, like, you know, so before he had left that night, he told me, like, that was the reason why he was rushing to leave, because he said he had to go to work in the morning, right? But mind you, when he had pulled up last minute, he told me that he didn't have to go to work. Like, he was saying some shit, but all of a sudden he gotta go to work, so I'm like, whatever. So I thought he was just saying that because he wanted to get away from me, because he probably listed me on his phone as farty or something, as like shitty booty. I don't fucking know. But y'all, no, I didn't shart though. Let me just make that clear. I don't want nobody in the comments talking about, girl, you sharted in that man's mouth, and I did not. But y'all, anyway. So yeah, so he had hit me up the next morning random. He told me he had to go to work, right? So when he hit me up and said good morning, I'm like, good morning back. And I was like, have a good day at work. He's like, thanks, yeah, I'm here now, right? So right, like an hour go by. Mind you, when he hit me up, it was like 8 in the morning. Hour go by, it's like 9. This nigga hit me up and was all like, what you doing? Come to my house right now, I want to see you. I thought you was at, mind you, he used to tell me he had to be to work at like 7 or 6 in the morning. I think it was like 6 or 7. So by 9, I know you're not off yet. You do construction. You're not off work yet. So, and it's not your lunch yet. So how you at home? So he was like, come to my house right now, I want to see you. And he was like, but come right now. So I'm just like, okay, but I don't have a car, like, you know, but I'm like, I could Uber there, like, you know. So I'm like, what's the address? So he sent it to me. He's like, call the Uber right now, like, call them right now while we're on the phone and tell them you're getting the address. I said, that's not how you do it. Like, you don't call them on the phone. It's not a taxi cab. Like, you actually do it from the app. So he like, okay, here the address, tell them right now. So I'm like, okay. So I put the address and I told him like, okay, it says it's gonna be 30 minutes and the driver's gonna get here in 5 minutes. He like, 35 minutes? I'm like, yeah, 35 minutes. That's what I said. Oh my God, you think you could tell him it's a rush, it's an emergency? So I'm just thinking like, what the fuck is up with him? So I'm like, what's going on? Like, you gotta go back to work? So he like, nah. I don't gotta go back to work. I just really want you right now. Like, I want to see you right now. So I'm just like, okay, well, it's gonna get there now. It's 4 minutes away. And it's gonna be 30 minutes to get to your house because I map quested. So he like, oh my God. All right, that'll work. So he's standing on the phone with me. Are they outside now? You know, sometimes they say that, but they be outside. Bro, you thought I was supposed to call them on the phone, so you don't know what it say on Uber. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So eventually when they finally came, he kept calling while I'm in the car. You here yet? Bro, I said 30 minutes. I told you the arrival time. It's not that time yet. So I'm like, I'm gonna be here in a minute. So when it got close, I'm like 4 minutes. So I call him like, oh, I'm about to pull up. I'm 4 minutes away. So he like, all right. So I'm like, you gonna be outside? Because mind you, when I Googled his address, I seen it was an apartment building. So I'm gonna be confused. So are you gonna be outside? Like, you know, so I'm like, you gonna be outside? So he was like, nah, I'm gonna tell you how to get in here. That red flag #1, y'all, but I was already in the Uber, so it was too late. So I was like, okay. So I finally get there. I get out the car. He like, all right, walk to the gate. So I'm like, I'm at the gate. It's locked. So he was like, nah, it shouldn't be locked. So walk over to the other side of the gate. It's like a little hole in the gate. You could climb through that. Like, you could walk through it. Mind you, what the fuck do you mean could I walk through a damn gate? Y'all, so I'm not like invisible, bitch. So the gate was like those steel gates like this, but like two of the poles was missing like when you walk down. So he like walked down that way and then come down the walkway. Mind you, it had grass, but the grass was dirt. And when I have sandals on, I don't really like walking and stuff like that because then your feet get dirty. You know, the dirt pick up on your feet and it just be disgusting to me. So I'm already irritated like, bro, you want me to walk through the damn gate? So he like, yeah. Walk through the gate. So I'm like, oh my God. So I go down, walk through the gate, looking stupid as fuck, looking like a fucking crackhead leaking through the fucking window. So I walk through the gate and I walk down. So he like, yeah, walk to the driveway. I'm like, so are you gonna be at the end of the driveway? So he like, nah. So make a left. So I make a left, I'm walking. I'm like, okay, so where do I go now? Walk up these stairs real quick. I can see through the window. So I look up, I'm looking through windows. I don't see nothing, but I see some blinds hurry up and move. So like, what the fuck? At this point, I'm like, if this boy is gonna do some crazy shit to me, Symone, pray right now, because what the fuck is going on? So I walk up the stairs and he like, okay, come to this door number. Like, let's just say it was door number 5 or something. So I come to the door and I'm like, I'm at the door. He gonna say knock. So I said, are you like in the bathroom or something? Like, somebody else got up in the door? He's like, nah, just knock on it. I'm gonna explain everything. Just knock. So now I'm thinking like this nigga was not weird like this. So now I'm knocking on the door, knock. So he opened the door, but he didn't open it so where you could see him. He just like cracked it open. He was like, come in. So I come in the house and I close the door and he was like, did you see anybody outside? Like, you seen anybody out there? So I'm like, no, why? Like, you got a girlfriend or something? Ha ha ha, I'm laughing. He's like, nah. My ex, she crazy as fucking. Her cousin live in these buildings and she just be on some weird shit. Like, we ain't talked in a year. Like, I ain't talked to her. Da. Dear me listening. Oh, okay, crazy ex. That's understandable. So now I'm in the house or whatever. We in the house. He like, okay, looking at the time. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do what? Like, you know, I knew what I came over there for. Like, you know that $10 sign, like, stop acting stupid. You know why I came. So I don't know why I was acting dumb. I knew why I was there. But y'all, so anyway, so he like, let's do this. So I'm like, okay. But mind you, what guys need to realize, y'all have to take your time with us. We are not a push to start car. Like, you have to take your time. You have to build it up. Because I'm not going to be in there. I'm not going to be in the mood. Like, you know, it's just gonna be like So we go into the room or whatever. Mind you, now we in the room and he like, okay, take your clothes off. What the fuck? So I'm just like, why are we moving so fast? Like, I'm like, why are you acting like you in a rush? He's like, nah, I'm just like, I'm trying to hurry up because like my sister about to come back in a minute and she just be on some weird shit. So now I'm thinking like, bro, you're grown as fuck. You're older than me. Like, you can't have company? Like, the fuck? If that was the case, I would have let you come over and come in eventually. But like, I'm not into the whole sneaking in your house rushing, especially not at this big age. So we like just go to work. Like, now he go down there, you know, eating. I'm surprised that he's doing this, y'all. I'm surprised he wasn't traumatized. So he's doing it, and while he's doing it, I see him like trying to, you know, get up. So eventually now he like pull out, you know, protection, whatever, and we're about to go in for it. So he went in like 2 pumps. He's enjoying himself, and then he pulls out and was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And he went in the bathroom real quick. I could hear him I know what he's doing in the bathroom, because the bathroom was like connected to the room, so I could hear him in the bathroom. I know what he's doing. So I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Why are you finishing in the bathroom, bro? You could have did this without me. Like, I did not have to be here. You could have put some lotion in a sock and got to work. So I'm just like, whatever. So now I'm getting off the bed. I'm like, I'm gonna put my clothes on. Fuck all this shit. It's weird. So my phone ended up falling under the bed. Like, my whole purse fell under the bed. Actually, well, my whole purse didn't fall under the bed, but my purse was like open, and it fell, and some of my stuff fell under the bed. So now I'm under the bed, and I'm trying to like grab everything, make sure I get all my stuff or whatever, because I'm not about to leave my Beautiful lip gloss under your bed. So I'm trying to find all my stuff, and why I see girl shoes under the bed. Like, I seen some boots, I seen some sandals, I seen a shirt. It was under the bed. So I'm like, oh, and mind you, oh, when I first walked in the house, it was a crib in the living room. It was a crib in there. So I'm just like, now that I seen the girl stuff, I'm like, okay, I'm about to ask about the crib, because this is weird. Mind you, I knew he said he lived with his mom and his sister. Never mentioned you never mentioned that sister was a baby. You said you was trying to get back before she got home, because she be getting on your nerves. So I'm like, okay, who the fuck shit is this? I know he don't share rooms with his sister, but maybe they share rooms, but it's one bed. You know, I was just so confused. So he ended up coming out the bathroom. I got my stuff, I got my clothes on, and he was like, all right, you ready to go? So I'm just like, okay, right, sure. Like, you know, so I told him, I was all like, you share rooms with your sister or something? He's like, no, why you say that? Why would I share rooms with my sister? Why would you say I share, like, why would you say that? So I'm like, oh, because my stuff had fell, and I had seen like some girl stuff under the bed. So I was just asking, like, you know, because I seen her shoes was cute. Like, I'm making up a lie, like I liked her shoes or something. Like, so I'm like, I seen her shoes was cute. So he like, oh, yeah, just, she had left it in my room. She was trying on stuff, and I just pushed under real quick. Like, I just did that, because you could tell the stuff looked like it was just pushed under. It was not like organized or nothing. So I'm like, okay. And I was all like, who got a baby? This nigga said his sister's best friend is having a baby, and his sister is gonna be the auntie. Y'all. So I said, oh, she gonna be the godmom? He's like, no, my sister gonna be the auntie. So I said, how's she gonna be the auntie? And he was like, because that's her best friend, and she having a baby. You know, they call each other like sis or whatever. So I said, oh, okay. So he like, yeah, so let's go, because they called me. I gotta go to work. So I'm like, oh, okay, you gotta go to work? Yeah, I gotta go to work. So I'm like, all right. So then he was like, here. He gave me his keys, and he was like, you see my car outside parked in the front? So I'm like, yeah. He was like, go to the car, get in the passenger seat. He was like, don't start the car up, nothing. Just get in the car. He was like, close the door, lock it. So I'm like, why? He was like, just do it. I'm gonna come outside in a minute. Like, I just need to straighten up some shit real quick. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go outside. I said, I was being funny. I said, do you want me to walk back through the gate? And he was like, no, you can go through the regular gate. Nigga, duh. So I go outside, hop in the car, get in the passenger seat. Mind you, his car was tinted the fuck up. So I'm sitting there. While I'm sitting there in the car, I'm just on my phone, kind of annoyed. I'm texting my sister like, girl, this nigga will never see my face again. He's fucking weird. Like, this is weird as fuck. Da 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 da. Next thing you know, I see 2 girls walking up, a pregnant girl and a girl. Mind you, him and his sister look so much alike. So I knew this was his sister. I'd never seen his sister before a day in my life, but I knew this had to be his sister because they look exactly the same. So his sister walking up with a pregnant girl, right? I'm sitting in the car. I could see them, but of course they can't see me because the windows is tinted. So I'm just looking. I'm like, oh, okay, that must be the best friend. Okay, she's cute. Oh, his sister looks just like him. She's cute too, like that. So I'm seeing them. They walking up, whatever. They end up walking, and they end up going in the house. Now, mind y'all, right before I seen them, he called me and said he was finna come outside. But they ended up walking in the house, and now he was in the house for longer than like a cool minute. It was probably like 10, 15 minutes he's in the house. So I'm like not about to call him or nothing like that. So I'm just thinking like, oh, he probably chopping it up with his sister or some shit. Y'all, eventually he calls me, and he called me, and I'm like, hello? This nigga not saying shit. He's not saying shit, so I hung up. So then next thing you know, he texted me and said, unlock the door and start the car. So I'm like, okay. So I unlock the door and I start the car. This nigga runs outside. He's running, hops in the car and drives the fuck off. Damn near hit somebody because his car was parked on the street, and it's a busy street. Damn near hit somebody. I'm just like, what is going on? And he was like, no, I'm in a rush. I gotta get to work. Mind you, this nigga in basketball shorts. You do construction though, and okay. So I'm like, oh shit, my bad. Like, if you was in a rush, you should have told me. I would never came over here. So he like, nah. He was like, sorry about that. My phone started ringing. They started calling me. So I had to hurry up. Like, he just like stumbling over his words. He's like, I had to hurry up. So that's why I went to the bathroom. He was like, but we got to finish what we started because I didn't even get to get my issue. Yes, you did. With yourself in the bathroom. I heard you. You know, like. And he's like, man, it was good too. Ooh, that's why I was surprised. Like, the way he was with the 2 pumps, it was like, what? Why'd you run off? You know, so whatever. And no, I did not fart, y'all. So don't be like, oh, maybe you farted and stuck up the room. I did not. So anyway, so he ended up dropping me off at home. He like, I'm gonna see you later. I'm gonna see you later when I get off work. Maybe tonight or something like that. Like, I'm gonna let you know. So I'm like, all right, just hit me up, whatever, bye. So I'm just thinking like, this nigga weird. Like, but let's see, I'm gonna give him one more chance. Because what I do, give people one more chance, which I shouldn't have. But anyway, so he leaves or whatever. I go in the house. I didn't want to tell my sister this shit. I used to keep so much shit from her. I used to only tell her the bare minimum. Because I'm like, you know, this is getting a little bit too far. I'm about to tell her this. So anyway, time go by. And he ended up telling me like, yeah, his work schedule been crazy. So he gonna see me on Saturday, right? Saturday. So he like, yeah, I'm gonna come see you Saturday. My work schedule been crazy, He was like, but Saturday I got the day off, so I'm gonna come see you. So I was like, all right. He's like, can I spend the night? He's like, I gotta go to work Sunday, so can I spend the night and go to work from your house? So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's perfect. Like, you could spend the night, it would be perfect. So he like, all right, I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna come in. Duh, you wasn't gonna sleep in the car with me, like, the stupid. So anyway, Saturday, no, not even Saturday yet. It's not even Saturday yet. So now it's like Thursday. It's Thursday, right? Somebody comes follow me on Instagram. A girl. Come follow me on Instagram, liking, just liking on my pictures, right? Usually when people do that, I'm like, oh, okay. I go to their page, I'm like, oh, she's pretty. So I look, I'm liking up her picture. I follow her back, I'm liking up her picture. You know, return the love. And I'm like, this girl looks so familiar. Until I get down to a picture, and guess whose sister I see in the picture with her? Meek's sister. Mind you, the girl's pregnant. So it's Meek's sister in the picture with her. So I'm like, oh, it's Meek's sister best friend. But now I'm kind of thinking like, that's weird. So like right after Meek's sister came and followed me, she liked like 3 pictures. So I follow her back, I like some pictures. So I'm like, oh, maybe he was talking about me to them. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, like, you know. So next thing you know, I'm just, you know, on Instagram, whatever. So now I was kind of curious about some shit. I was curious, right? So I'm like on the pictures, you know, I'm not really seeing nothing. I see her and Meek follow each other. I'm not really seeing too much. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So later on that night, like I was up, but I had got a missed call from him. Like he called me, but it was like 2 in the morning. I was not finna answer. I'm like, no, you're not finna just pull up on me randomly at no 2 in the morning. You're not finna come spend the night. No, we're not doing that. You said Saturday, so Saturday. So I didn't answer the phone. I ended up going to sleep, right? Why the next morning this nigga texts me. He's like, good morning, baby. Please don't be mad at me. I hope you're not mad. Shaking my fucking head. Like, when I see you Saturday, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to explain. So I said, you going to explain what? He was like, the phone call. So I said, oh, no, it's cool. You didn't wake me up. I was asleep. I was like, that's why I didn't answer. I was like, so yeah, my bad. So he was like, you didn't answer? So I'm like, no, I didn't answer. So he was like, oh, shit, LOL, my bad. I'm tripping. I was high. So now I start thinking, you were what was you just apologizing for? So now like the ding 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 sparkled in my head, and I'm like, a bitch must have called me from his phone, because I've done it before, y'all. I'm not about to do no shit like that now. What the fuck I look like? You could have him. But I've done it before where even if the person didn't answer, I'ma lie and make it seem like that person answered, or I'll talk to them. So I'm like, oh, okay. So now curiosity came back. I'm going through the sister page. I'm going through tag photos. I'm just trying to look stuff. I try to go to his page to go to his tag photos to go through some like comment stuff. You know, I'm just being investigating stuff. Why I go to his page and I'm blocked? Like I tried to go to his page, I was blocked. I end up going to my like other page I had, and I'm like, hold on. You popped up here, but so wait, I'm like, I'm blocked. Wait. So now I'm like, a bitch did call my phone. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, okay. So something told me to go to that best friend page, right? So I go to the best friend page, and I notice she's not following me no more. Like I end up going to the app or whatever, and she's not following me no more. So I'm like, oh. And she took her likes back, y'all. Petty. She took her likes back. So I'm like, okay, it's something up with her. This is weird. But nobody hit me up, nothing. Nobody hit me up or whatever, right? So I'm like, okay. I unfollowed her back because it's like, bitch, I didn't come looking for you. You came looking for me. So I'm looking, I'm like, okay. So I'm going through her pictures. I don't see nothing. Like, I would see him in her likes or whatever, but not nothing. I don't see him in the comments, nothing like that, right? She posted her baby shower flyer. It was for that Saturday. So I said, oh, I said, but no. He said when he said he off Saturday, he's gonna come see me, he's gonna spend the night with me. So I was like, let me just pay attention. Because I said, I know damn well this nigga, this is not his baby, and he's not about to come see me after his baby shower. I know damn well. I'm like, nah, this can't be his baby. This nigga said he gonna spend the night with me Saturday. So no way he would do some shit like that. It's no way. It's no way, right? My shit is so cricket, it's bothering me. My bad, y'all. So I'm like, it's no way, right? So yeah, so I'm like, I'm gonna pay attention. Saturday, I'm about to be coming to her pictures, going to her tag photos. I wanna pay attention, right? Throughout the day, the sister, she ended up commenting hearts on my pictures and stuff like that. Like, she was just doing the most. I'm saying about kissy faces, but I'm just like, this is, okay, it's weird. So I asked him, I was like, I never asked you if you had kids. Like, do you have kids? So he was like, no, do you? I said, no, LOL. I'm like, any on the way? So he was like, no, what the fuck? Laughing my ass off, right? So I'm like, okay, not his baby. So I ended up telling him, I was like, oh, I got your sister on Instagram. Y'all really look just alike. I'm like, yeah, her best friend came to follow me. So he was like, who's her best friend? Like, who are you talking about? So I said, her pregnant best friend. I'm like, oh yeah, and I had seen them that day when I was in your car. So he was like, did you speak to them? And I was like, no, I didn't speak to them. So he was like, how did they find you on Instagram? So I'm like, I don't know. So he like, what the fuck? Blocked her, blocked both of them, blocked my sister and blocked her. So I'm like, why? Like, what's your issue with the best friend? You know, I'm trying to figure it out. So he like, it's no issue, but they just childish and weird as fuck. And he was all like, and they the ones who had called your phone at 2 in the morning because they be going through my call list and playing on people's phone. You didn't even have to say that. Now I'm like, who do he think he talking to? Bro, we are not in high school. Why the fuck is your grown-ass sister and her grown-ass pregnant homegirl going through your call list and playing on your phone? Anyway, so I was just like, oh, that's weird. You ever fucked with the best friend? Like, you ever talked to her? He like, nah, I never talked to her. Like, that's a little-ass girl. Keep that in mind. So he like, that's a little-ass girl. Mind you, he was a little older than me, like I said. So he like, that's a little-ass girl. What the fuck? That's my sister's friend. All this other shit, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, I'm not about to argue with you, whatever. So we still just talking. Saturday come. He tell me like, yeah, I'm off today. I'm gonna still come over tonight. All this shit. Right? I'm watching the sister page. You know, she ain't posting shit yet. I'm watching the girl page. Ain't posting nothing yet. Watching the tag stories. Ain't posting nothing yet, right? Right? So he called me and he was like, yeah, I'm at the store. Like, he called me when he was at the store or whatever. And he was like, yeah, I'm with the homies right now. Oh, you know the homie And I was like, yeah, I know him. Like, we went to school together. So he like, dang, that's crazy. It's really a small world. I was showing him your pictures and he's like, oh, that's Symone. Like, I went to school with her. So I'm like, yeah, oh my God, that's crazy. That should be my best friend. And he like, yeah, that's the homie. He should never call me and said that. Because y'all know what I did? I went to the homie's page. Right? And I'm looking, I'm like, oh, they're together. You know, he posted a picture with him. Right? Like, on his page. It was a picture of him and all of them, right? I didn't think nothing of it that Meek had a Burberry shirt on. I didn't think nothing of it. Saturday, got a Burberry shirt on. You with your homies. But he called me, right? So I'm thinking nothing of him. He like, yeah, I'm gonna come see you later. Y'all. Around like 7 o'clock. So I'm still looking at the page. I'm like, damn, ain't nobody posting a picture from this damn baby shower. 7 o'clock, he ended up hitting me up and was all like, yeah, I'm about to go help my sister do some shit because her best friend baby shower was today, so I'm about to go help her then take some stuff to their house, Mind you, he had a 2-door car. He was like, yes, I'm about to help them do that, and then I'm gonna come to your house. I'm gonna come pull up. So I'm like, all right, cool. He ended up asking me like, oh, is your sister there? Mind you, my sister was there that night. He was like, oh, but she was gonna sleep in the den. So he was like, she there? He was like, yeah, y'all want something to eat? I could bring y'all something to eat. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So he was like at 7. So he ended up coming at like, let's say 9-ish, right? So he pulls up. Everything's cool. He had this, y'all, this nigga really must have found this shit somewhere. He had this plastic ass hard hat, an orange hard hat, but it was plastic as fuck. Like, the shit was not a hard hat at all. I worked in a warehouse before. That was not a hard hat. He came with this hard hat. He came with a reflector vest. And he was like, yeah, this is my work stuff. So, you know, I'm going to just, should I bring it in or should I leave it in work? What should I do? Like, oh my God, this is my first time coming here. So I said, you could bring it in. You know, you're going to get ready for work. Like, you can bring it in or whatever, right? So he like, oh, okay, cool. So he brung it in. You know, we just chilling, y'all. I set the vibes. I like to set the vibes. Have a candle lit. You know, lights off. The move, like Netflix on the TV. You know, I set the vibe, right? So we chilling. We talking, and he was just like, I really want to, you know, like, let's do it, you know, because it's getting late. He said he got to be to work early as fuck in the morning. Early as fucking like 6, 5 in the morning or some shit. I'm like, all right. So he goes down there, right? He doing his thing, you know. He doing it for so long. Doing it. So I'm like, come here, like, get up, like, you know. So he was all like, hold on, let me finish. So he's doing it. And I noticed that he's doing hand movements underneath. Anyway, he was doing it for so long, y'all. It was like 40 fucking minutes. Like, to where now it's like, bro, I'm in my head just thinking any fucking thing. I'm in my head, you know, Cheetah Girl song, we go all around the world. You know, it's just the most randomest shit going on in my head. I'm really just laying there like, his tongue don't hurt? What is he doing? It was just so long, right? So long. So eventually, he puts on the thing. I'm just like, fine, a fucking lead, damn. So he puts on, go in, like 3 pumps this time. Then pulled out and was like, ooh, I can't, oh my God. And he started going like with his hand. And he was like, you do it. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm, you know, hand thing. And he, like, it's like right when I started doing it, it was probably like 1, 2. And it was like, boom, explosion. And I was just so confused because I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, maybe he's traumatized about the fart. Like, you know, like, I don't know what to think. So I'm just like, what the fuck? So he like, oh my God. Oh, see, you gonna be my wife. And I'm just thinking like, you ain't gonna be my husband, doing some weird shit like that. But, you know, so I'm just thinking like, okay. So we go to sleep. Whatever. He wakes up early as fuck in the morning, brush his teeth, you know, shower, because my room had a bathroom attached, you know, and then whatever. I walk him outside. He leaves. He go to work. He like, I'm gonna see you later. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Y'all, I'm telling, my sister came in the room and she was all like, girl, do you need to wash your sheets? Mind you, we had washer and dryer in the house, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go wash them. But we talking, we kind of up, and I was just telling her about it. I was like, girl, like, for an hour of licking and no sticking, like, I don't know what's going on, like, it's weird. I'm like, but when he's in it, like, he's like, ooh, but you hop out and finish on your hand. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Well, on my hand this time. But I'm just like, it's so weird, like, right? And she like, yeah, that's weird. So mind you, like I said, he left at like early as fuck, because I think he had to be to work at 5 or 6. I don't know, but it was early as fuck. Like, the sun was just coming up and shit. So we end up going to sleep, right? Like at a 9 o'clock, because yeah, I'm the type of person, I'm not sleep. My phone is not, well, sometimes it depends. If I'm talking to somebody I like and I know they might call me at random times, my phone's gonna be near me. But other than that, my phone is on silent and it's nowhere near me. You're not finna wake me up. So I wake up, it's like 9. I look at my phone, I have so many missed calls from him. When I say so many, it's so many missed calls from him, and I had text. So before I seen the text, I'm counting the missed calls, like, damn, why is he blowing my phone up? I try to call him back, it's going straight to voicemail. Like, not straight to voicemail, it's like 2 rings then voicemail, like he's sending the call to voicemail. So I'm like, let me see what he texts me. So I go to the text messages, y'all. So when I finally go to the message, because I'm like, okay, he not answering, I call him like 3 times and it was like ring, voicemail. You know, like he was sending me the voicemail. By the 3rd time I realized that. I know y'all probably like, how you didn't realize it by the 2nd time? But I was like, he called me like 10 times, so I want to make sure. So I go to the messages. I go to the messages, man. The messages. So the messages said, mind you, I had missed all these calls probably like 30 minutes ago. Man, the messages, first it was like, pretty much to sum it up, because I can't tell you word from word this girl said to me, but yeah, pretty much to sum it up, she was like, you a trifling bitch, you fucking on a nigga that got a baby, da 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 da, that nigga don't even nut for you. Like, she was like, da 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 da, she was like, that nigga don't even come for you, your kitty must be trash as fuck, da 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 da, all this shit. She's like, I know where you live at, haha, and I put my address again, which mind you, the address is like right there, because like literally he came over last night, he asked for the address so he could map quest it from where he was at. Put my address, I know where you live, bitch, I'ma beat your ass when I drop this baby, da da da, you will never be me, sop, you ain't even cute, ugly ass hoe, came and followed me on Instagram, bitch, I blah 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 blah, my baby daddy, this my dick, da 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 da. And mind you, I am not gonna say, because never mind, because his name, the baby is the girl version of his name. They named the baby the girl version of his name. So she like baby, set the baby name with the baby's full name, the date that the baby is supposed to be born, then said their name, heart forever, and then put they date and was all like, you will never break this. Girl, girl, why aren't you telling me all this stuff? Like, and I was just like, oh my God, this is not my man. Y'all, mind you, we never really put a title on things, but like we was talking heavy and we like doing stuff. So well, sorta. So I thought, you know, this was like potentially gonna be my man. Well, he started acting weird, but I still thought that, you know, like, what? You helped me mend my 2-week broken heart. Even though I wasn't really heartbroken that when we broke up that last time, me and Enemy, I really didn't care. That relationship I checked out a long time ago. But I was just like, y'all, my heart dropped. I was like, no, not Meek. Oh, not Meek. Mind you, I was so hurt because I was like, wow. He was the only person I was talking to at that time. And I was just like, dang, Meek. We could have been superstars. Even though I didn't say that then, but I'm thinking like, well, no, we couldn't have been. No. You ever like somebody then so much and then you look at them now and be like, why? But yeah. So she said all of that. And I was like, what the fuck? So at first I didn't reply. And then I started writing stuff and I'm deleting it. Writing stuff, deleting it. Like, nah, I ain't gonna say that. Nah, she's probably hurt. She didn't know. I didn't know shit. So I'm like, what the fuck? Then I'm like, I should have put 2 and 2 together. Duh, that's gonna be his sister's niece because that's his baby. You know, so I'm just like, wow. So I text and I was just like laughing my ass off. Meek, you're weird as fuck. Don't ever call my phone. And now I was thinking too, because I'm just like, bro, for one, where did you tell her you was going? Probably you told her he had to work overnight. But for two, why did you tell her that you be 2 pumps in and then pull out on your hand? Like, why did you tell her that? That was weird as shit. Like, why did you tell her? Like, that was so weird. Why would you tell her that? But I'm gonna tell y'all why, because he eventually told me why he said that, right? So I was like, what the fuck? I was mad. This nigga hitting me up like hours later and he kept trying to call me, but I'm not answering. I'm thinking it's her. So he texted me. He was like, it's me. Answer. So I ended up answering. I'm like, what? So he like, man, I just didn't know how to tell you. Like, I said, oh, that's the crazy ex. That's the crazy ex. So I'm like, so she lit her with y'all? Like, da da da. I'm just saying all this shit. So he like, man, I don't know if the baby is mine. Nigga. Mind you, at this point, I go back to everybody page. And sure indeed, that nigga was at that baby shower with that Burberry shirt on. Yeah. So now he like, follow me back on Instagram. I followed you. You didn't even follow me back. I said, yeah, for what? What am I gonna follow you back for? He like, man, I promise I don't even know if that baby mine. How you go to a baby shower and you don't know the baby is yours? How the baby about to be named after you and you don't know the baby is yours? How the fuck the baby live with you already and the baby ain't even born, but you don't know if it's yours? Going off, I'm like, Meek, you're weird as fuck. Like, that's so weird. And I'm like, and why would the fuck would you tell her? I said, ain't that more embarrassing than you to tell her like you gotta pull out and da 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 da? So he like, nah, because technically it's not cheating because I finished with myself and not you. You put your whole motherfucking mouth. That's not cheating. Like, you don't. So I was like, this nigga is weird. This nigga's a weirdo, mind you. I'm like, this nigga's a fucking weirdo. Like, how are you saying it's not cheating because you didn't come while inside the vagina? Nigga is still cheating. I wish the fuck I would be in a relationship and a nigga tell me some shit like that. Like, I didn't cheat on you because I technically did not finish with her. Y'all, I was so mad. I'm like, you're weird as fuck. She's weird as fuck. Stop texting me. I'm like, and if the bitch pull up to my house, then she gonna get beat the fuck up. Not while she's pregnant, though. Not while pregnant. When she had a baby, like she said. When she had a baby, she was gonna pull up. So I said, yeah, she's gonna get beat up. And I said, you're weird. Da da da. So he just like, man, what the fuck? I don't even know if that's my baby. Like, man, da da da. Whatever, right? Right? Months go by. He would still try to talk to me here and there, whatever. Still try to talk to me. But I wouldn't reply, right? So now, at this point, y'all know they got DMs on Instagram and shit like that. Well, they been had DMs at this point, but yeah. So the sister used to stay in my DMs. You're so pretty. Oh my God, my brother misses you. Man, everything. I'm mad that it didn't work out that way because I really would love to meet you. You seem so cool. Da da da. Sister just fake as shit. Fake as fuck, right? So I used to just be like, thanks, heart, thanks. You know, just whatever. I'm like, this sister is weird. So right, time go by. Months later, because mind you, and it's crazy because y'all, when I said the sneaky link with the rapper, this is so funny because like I said, remember I used to have him stored under Meek, right? So y'all, when I said the sneaky link with the rapper, when I used to go to his house, one time I was at his house and I left my phone in the bathroom and I had Meek's number stored under Meek. why the nigga see my phone and it was like a text message from Meek. This nigga thought I was talking to Meek Mill and was like, oh, you fuck with Meek Mill? And I was like, no. Yo, it was just funny because it's like, bro, no. I'm like, that's somebody that goes by Meek, but no. Like, you know, I'm just had to lie because I couldn't just tell the whole story. Like, first of all, it was a hoverboard and I was on it. And it was like, you know, what you gonna do? Meek and Nick? Like, you know, I couldn't do all of that. So, yeah. But anyway, he felt some type of way for real, though. I don't think he believed me, but that's why it was funny. But yes, months later, now I'm with Crazy. I done dropped the rapper because I got with Crazy, which was stupid. But not stupid because the rapper wouldn't have been shit anyway. Like, if y'all knew who it was, oh, Lord. It was a relation. It wouldn't have been that. It's not giving that. It's not giving that. Then I would have been baby mama number 20 or something. Who the fuck knows? It's not giving. Anyway, so now I'm dancing with Crazy, right? My birthday coming up. Y'all. My birthday, well, let's just even say my birthday coming up. Day of birthday, boom. Scrolling through on Instagram. Who do you see? I follow the sister, right? Sister give the baby mama a birthday shout out. Y'all, remember his uncle had the same birthday as me? His girlfriend had the same birthday as me. That's why you talking about you gonna be my soulmate. How I'm gonna be your soulmate? Cause she your soulmate? Nigga, you could only have one. Well, some people feel like you have more, which probably you can, you know. I'm not past it. I'm just kidding. But no, how the fuck? I was like, this nigga, it just made me think back to it because he ended up texting me on my birthday because y'all know he never gonna forget my birthday because it's his bitch birthday. Text me on my birthday. Happy birthday, beautiful queen. Wish things could have worked with us. I hope I could see you later today if you're not busy. I would love to take you out. So I seen the sister, mind you, at this point they had the baby. So I seen the sister post like, thank you for my niece. I love the way my brother loves you. He's a different man with you. And I'm just like, bitch, you been all in my DM. I'm like, oh, Lord, this is funny. Funny, right? I like the post and everything. So it was like the next day after my birthday. I wanted to go to her page. I just went to her page, right? She posted him. It was like, you know, when people used to make collage videos on Flipagram and shit. She posted a whole collage of what this man did for her birthday. Like, he took her out. He bought her gifts. Him, and the baby was matching. They took pictures. Yeah! So when was you gonna take me out, Meek? When the baby went to sleep? Even though he said that to me, I basically was just like, thank you. I did not even engage in that. Because mind you, at this point, I got me an ain't shit nigga. I don't gotta worry about your weird ass. But at this point, was Crazy ain't shit? No. At this point, I didn't know Crazy wasn't shit. No, did I? Okay, no, not yet. Not yet. It was like right soon after. I kind of know. He was weird, but he wasn't like ain't shit. He was just very weird at this point. But y'all, I gotta tell this one story about Crazy. It just made me think back about by Halloween and anyway, so I'm just thinking like but I didn't like it on a girl post. I was not finna do that. I'm not about to let you know that I came to your page to see what happened. You know, but I was just really thinking like niggas is really weird as shit. But after that, we didn't even talk. Like, he was still trying to hit me up. I just wouldn't reply. And like years later, he had came and followed me on Instagram. It was no hard feelings, so I had followed him back or whatever. But we like, he hit me up and was just like, hey, how you doing? Da 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 da. All this other shit. Like that. And I'm happy to see that his baby mama moved on. I was not stalking her, y'all. It was this boy I followed on Instagram and he was dating her and he used to just like post her and shit. He used to sub the baby daddy and shit. So I'm like, oh, that's good. She found somebody else because their baby daddy clearly ain't shit. He trying to find other Scorpios to call his soulmate. I guess so. He probably would have told her like, y'all got the same birthday. Y'all pretty much the same girl. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. Remember when he said she was a little girl? She was my age. We were the same age. So I'm a little girl too. Ain't shit. Meek ain't shit, y'all. But yeah, that's the end of this story, y'all. He really wasn't shit. That was just so crazy. But yeah, that's the end of this story. I still follow him on, well, do I follow him on Instagram? I ain't seen him in a while. You know what, if he ain't posting in a while, I need to unfollow him because I don't like unactive pages. So you know what, I'm gonna have to go search and see that because yeah. But yeah, I still follow like the sister and shit like that. But it's no beef. It was never no beef. Like, me and the baby mama never got into it again. Like, she never hit me up. It was never nothing like that. It was never given like that. Like, you know, she hit me up from his phone, and then she did hit me up one time from a like a fake number, but like a text free number, but I knew it was her though. I knew it was her because at first I was confused, and she was telling me like, oh, she hit me up. When she hit me up, trying to make it sound like she was somebody else, and was like, oh, did Meek baby mama hit you up? You know, he in love with her, da 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 da. I found out he was just fucking me, and that he don't even really like me either, so girl, don't feel bad. Just saying weird shit, which is like, bitch, this is you trying to make somebody, another girl hitting me up telling me that we ain't nothing to him. Girl, what the fuck? Like, but I knew it was her because at first it was funny because I didn't even reply, because when she said Meek, she said his real name, and like I said, I used to call him Meek all the time, so I was like, who the fuck is she talking about? Like, who is this? It's the wrong number. But yeah, after, like, we never had no beef. It was never nothing like that. Like, never nothing like that. And it's crazy. You know what's crazy though? Like, years later, not too many years later, but 2020, when I had my skincare line, who placed the order? Meek baby mama placed the order. But you know, I'm not nothing like that, whatever. She didn't like hit me up or nothing like that, but she most definitely did place the order, because I had seen like the name, and then the address was that same address, which is crazy because I think she had another, maybe she moved back over there. I don't fucking know because I don't talk to these people. But yeah, she had placed the order. No, you know, no hard feelings. I still made my stuff with love and care, because we didn't have no beef, and plus this is my business, so like everything is gonna be made with love, and it's still gonna be to perfection, you know. Put it on your skin, girl, get smooth for Meek little cheating ass. And yeah, that's it for this video. I wonder, no, he probably finished while with her too though. I hope he does, because if so, I wouldn't be fighting over a man like that. Like, 2 pumps and you done? No. All right, anyway, but that's it for this video, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna come back. I gotta tell y'all, that next story gotta be that one about crazy, because y'all, now that I'm thinking about it, it's about to make me hot all over again. And I'm about to look through my email because I had receipts, y'all. I had receipts with the messages on that one. Yeah, but anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I love y'all. Even though y'all was talking shit about me the other day in the comments, I still love y'all, because we still family. You know, sometimes family get into it, but then we cool again, y'all. So we was beefing, but I love y'all again. So yeah, it is what it is, and I'll talk to y'all later.